Good morning, everyone. Right, we're back again this morning with some more Final Fantasy XIV, and we'll be continuing on with Shadowbringers. Right, let's talk to Thancred. And here we are at long last. I give you Urianger's humble abode. Come, let's see if he's home.
Urianger, are you in?
Unto a world weary of heroes, a hero wends her way. The Exarch did send word that thou wouldst seek me out, but ne'er did I imagine thou wouldst arrive so soon.
He's looking a bit different.
Full glad am I to see thee once more, my friend, and none the worse for thy travails.
Run along, Minfilia. We'll meet you outside.
But...
Another one for you to imbue, if you'd be so kind.
I take it thou hast met with our other comrades already? That Master Alphino and Mistress Alize now travel in thy company is of great comfort to me. As for the rest, it beginneth in earnest. The hunting of the Light Wardens, and perforce the war with Yulmore. Hark thee then to my words, and through them behold the vision that I did glimpse, that of the 8th Umbral Calamity. As I drifted hither to the first, traversing the boundary twixt reality and potentiality, I did bear witness to events yet to come. There I saw the combined forces of Eorzea and the Far East offering fierce resistance to the legions of Garlemald. So fierce, in fact, that they did begin to push the enemy back. Ilm by painful Ilm at first, then Yalm by Yalm, and Malm by Malm in time. Yet the joy they felt was short-lived, for in so doing they did force the Empire's hand. Faced with defeat, the Garleans turned to a weapon most vile: Black Rose. Its potency defied all reckoning. Once released, the gas took on a life of its own, wreaking untold carnage not only in Eorzea, but in the provinces of the Empire besides. From fighters upon the front lines to babes in their beds, none were spared. And as the casualties became too numerous to count, so did the fabric of civilization begin to unravel. Nor did the land itself escape unscathed, for spreading from the site of its release, Black Rose brought death to the very soil. To survive amidst the chaos and upheaval, men came to live by the sword, the rule of law giving way, inevitably, to the rule of might. Thus was the spark struck and the fire kindled, and swiftly did it spread as a blaze in a field of straw to engulf every corner of the world. Nations worthy of the name did then cease to exist. And those souls, brave and true, who might have risen to restore order, were no more. For the weapon spared not one, not even thee. An endless age of war, begotten by the blight of Black Rose. Such is the legacy of the 8th umbral calamity which I did behold. No matter the cost, we must forestall this tragedy. To that end, I have labored during my sojourn in this world, discovering in so doing the answer to a pressing mystery. That of Black Rose's inexplicable potency. Come. Dost thou recognize yonder chart?
It's the chart of the elements.
Indeed. 'Tis a rendering of the elemental wheel, such as one might find in classrooms across the source. As the chart maketh plain, our world is composed of 6 elements, in addition to which there exist 2 poles in fundamental opposition. Astral, the active; umbral, the passive. As a reflection of the source, the first naturally compriseth the selfsame forces. Yet, curiously, there is a notable divergence in their nomenclature. To be specific, the denizens of this world employ not the terms astral and umbral. Thus was I moved to inquire what names said forces had been assigned. A simple question which yielded a most unexpected answer. Upon demanding the name of the pole aligned with activity and growth, I was told that as life's myriad colors combine to produce black, the people of the first had called it darkness. At this, did my mind begin to race. Yet 'twas only when I asked what name had been given to the pole aligned with passivity that mine eyes were opened to the truth. Peace and tranquility being as purest white, unmarred by color, I was told it had been given the name of light.
That's umbral light and astral darkness, yes?
"'Tis indeed a compelling question, and one which beareth closer examination. Yet what knowledge we already possess sufficeth to explain the chain of events. The phenomenon of etheric thinning observed in the source is the consequence of light, the power of stasis, flowing in from the first to stifle the movement of ether within the land. And according to Master Alphino, Black Rose slayeth by halting the circulation of ether within living beings. Should such a weapon be unleashed even as the first were rejoined, replete as it is with light,
we would have a disaster of untold proportions on our hands. A calamity. Well, at least we have a better grasp of what we're facing. Our objective, however, remains unchanged. We are to eliminate the Light Warden of Ilneg. Speaking of which, were you able to ascertain its whereabouts?
Aye. 'Tis all but certainly ensconced within Leergear, the castle which standeth in the midst of the lake. To enter said stronghold, we must needs turn to the pixies for aid. Fortunately, I have become quite adept at courting their cooperation. Henceforth shall I accompany you, and do all in my power to ensure that my vision doth not come to pass.
Alright. Not sure how far away from that particular dungeon we are. Oh, we got a level up. Nice. My friend, ere I speak of the task at hand, there is a question I would pose to thee. What thinkest thou of mine appearance? Did you take up astrology? Did you lose weight? I didn't recognise you at first. Oh, I guess we can, maybe we should not be mean to Oriange, seeing we haven't seen him for a long time. Oriange, you're wearing a dress. Seriously? Indeed, though the night be lost behind the shroud of blinding light, doubt not but that the stars shine still. I have chosen to avail myself of their guidance, that I might navigate the sea of uncertainty that stretcheth before us. For a blessing my prior studies of astrology did provide me with adequate grounding in the art. But enough of myself, let us now speak of our task. As I did mention, if we are to enter Leergear, we must needs gain the Pixies' Corporation. It is a simple matter of presenting unto them a suitable gift. I shall produce a selection of viands that shall please their palates. Thancred, pray assist me in this endeavour. Meanwhile, Lullaby, I bid thee obtain that which will please their eyes. In these parts there abideth a Varlkin known for its beauteous wings, the hawker. I shall lend thee a receptacle within which thou mayest capture a weakened specimen. Okay, so I guess we have to go catch some flies. Oh, just one actually, that's not too bad. Hold on. Guess it's some key items. Oh, yeah, Shine box. There we go. Oh, what's this? Is this another ether current? Better do that then. You see, Oriange's home is drab and dull, and I've a mind to decorate it, make it bright and beautiful. If you were to help out, it'd make it all the more special. First of all, we need some whirlweeds, a pretty little plant that grows in the water. We usually trade it with the faith for it. I don't know how it's pronounced. But seeing as you can swim, you can harvest some for us. You should be able to find the weed in the lake where there's a sunken church. While you take care of this, I'll go and pick lots and lots of beautiful flowers. Afterwards, let's meet back here for the decorating. See you soon. Okay. That can wait for later. Let's just crack on with this for now. Thou art returned. Were they able to capture a hawker? I was. Ah, a truly magnificent set of wings. I shall treat them at once to make fast their vibrant colours. Thancred. 2 should return anon, upon which I shall ready all the items for presentation. Pray, take thine ease meanwhile. I hate reading in this archaic language.
"'Tis done. The pixies shall be well pleased with these gifts. Ah, lest I forget. White auracite, newly forged for thy use. Our mission being to thwart a rejoining, we will most assuredly cross paths with those who crave the contrary. Our eternal enemies.
The Ascians.
Thus did I choose to abide in this ether-rich land, the better to fashion a trap for the Ascians' essence.
May I come in now?
You may indeed, assuming you've finished.
Thancred's kind of rude to this poor girl.
I did as you asked.
That's my girl, thank you. I should probably explain. Though my body remained behind in the source, its limitations saw fit to accompany me, which is to say, I cannot manipulate ether. I took up the gunblade for its defensive advantages, but on account of my little impairment, I cannot imbue the ammunition myself. Luckily for me, Minfilia has quite a talent for it.
Minfilia, once we set forth, we are not like to return for some while. If thou wouldst choose tomes to take with thee, let it be now.
Really? May I?
Of course, my dear. Yet have care thou dost not add overmuch to thy burden, lest I incur Thancred's ire. Hast thou spoken to her of thine encounter with the Minfilia of Eld?
Well, I suppose now is as good a time as any. As you know, I freed young Minfilia from captivity in Yulmore some 3 years past. Not long after, the two of us journeyed to the south of Armareng, to the edge of the Empty, where the flood was halted. It was there that she awakened. The Minfilia of old. My Minfilia.
Tell me, what must I do to bring you back?
My dearest Thancred, as I am now, I am no different from an Ascian. This child is but a vessel. One of many I have used that I might spread word of her enduring blessing and preserve the flame of hope. In my name, each has died, never having lived her own life. I have taken enough from these children. I will take no more.
But what of your suffering? Your sacrifice? This isn't fair! I will not stand for it. I cannot! There must be something we can do. Tell me!
Should the day come when this child grows weary of fighting and wishes to cast it all aside, then shall I take up her burden. But should she wish instead to become the master of her own destiny, then shall I bequeath to her my all. Imbued with the strength that I reserve for rebirth, she may come to wield my powers as her own.
And what of my wishes? What of Flamine's? What of all the people who love and care for you and want nothing more than to see you again?
It is not their decision to make. It is hers. This child's. This Minfilia's. You have ever watched over me, Thancred. Now I ask that you do the same for her. Protect her. Teach her. Stand by her as you stood by me. There is much and more she does not know. She needs a guide to show her the ways of the world, or she will never find her own path. When the time comes, you will find me here. Until that day.
Minfilia, wait!
What happened?
So he's waited 3 whole years and he hasn't even told her.
And then she was gone. Minfilia, the girl, claims to have no recollection of any of it. I have told her many things. Where we came from, what we fight for. But of that day, I have not spoken.
With the coming of another possessed of the blessing of light, the first hath begun to rise up in defiance of its fate. The question remaineth, however, who shall take up the flame of hope which Minfilia hath borne for so long? Whether we will it or no, the choice must soon be made.
I'm sorry I took so long. It was so hard to choose. In the end, I settled on just the one.
That is well. Now, if all is in order, let us set forth for Lida Loran.
where are we up to? Courting cooperation. Correct. Cooperation. Let's just see, how far away are we from the next dungeon? Oh, very close. The next one will be Don Meg. So I spent some time yesterday collecting all of the ether currents in this area, so at least that job is out of the way. There's just a few left that are from quests for now, and then I'll have flying again. Okay, here we go. Let's, oh, it's a fairy we need to speak to. We weren't expecting you all back so soon. We had scarcely begun playing with the twins. That said, your gifts are truly wonderful. Let me tell you, the milk and honey and biscuits won't last a day, and the wings are the loveliest we've ever seen. You've done us a great kindness, and it's fate custom to return the gesture. If you desire anything from us, you need but name it. So what is it that you desire? Rusty old coins like you mortals are wont to collect, perhaps? We are resolved to vanquish the Light Warden of this land. To that end, we desire entry to Lee Gaia. What a strange thing to wish for. You might as well ask for your death. But if that is what you want, who are we to argue? Very well, I shall speak with the others. You've clearly been busy, Urianger. Would you be so kind as to tell us what we've missed? So, that was the purpose of the gifts. Is there anything you can tell us about this Light Warden? Aye, my lady, by circumstances most tragic, the Light Warden of this land is our king and ruler, Titania. It was not always so, of course. Our king fought the first Light Warden that threatened our home, you see. Fought it and won. But all the horrible light that came out went and corrupted them, turning them into a new Light Warden. Now they're king only in name. Naught remains of the wise, just ruler that used to be. We had no choice but to seal them in the castle. The magic for breaking the seal we divided into 4 and wove each into a different relic to be kept apart until the time was right. And this dress is one of them. It's been our safekeeping for years and years, but we've decided to entrust it to you. Are you sure? Of of course, custom demands it. Though you're most certainly going to your deaths, we thought we should at least let you try. That way we get to watch what happens. Nice. Of course, you can't break the seal unless you have the other relics too. The shell crown is with the Faith, the stone scepter is with the Numau, and the crystal shoes are with the Amuro. Good luck finding them all. The facts thus disclosed confirm mine own understanding. Our quest lieth now before us. First, let us heed to the lake, there to claim the shell crown of the Faith. If we call to them before the untouchable gate, they will answer. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting flying back, because walking is really slow. Let's maybe this is another Ether Current quest. It is. Let's just pick that up. There's talk that an interesting mortal has come to Ilmeg, Lullaby Melodia or some such. It's you, isn't it? Don't even think to deny it. I'm Ulthon, and it's my dream to become the most popular fairy of all. Why? Because everyone would fawn over me, and that would be really fun. Now, by way of an achievable first step, I'm aiming to become the darling of Leader Loran, but everyone is so caught up with their flower smelling and their mischief making, they won't even spare me a glance. You travel to and fro, so you must know much more about this and that. Tell me, what must I do to become popular? I don't know, get a YouTube channel? Become the cleverest pixie of all, become the fairest pixie of all, become the strongest. I don't know, let's go for cleverest, shall we? The cleverest? I think I know how I can do that. I just need to read lots of books, right? And it just so happens there are lots of books in Orianje's home, a place called Bookman's Shelves. Right, I'm going there at once, and you're coming too. I can't read your strange mortal writing, so I need you to do it for me. Okay, so we have that picked up. I will do that later. Let's continue on with MSQ. Oh, I love the fat Chocobo. He's just too cute. Especially when he jumps in the air, the way his legs wiggle. Okay, here we are. Hearken to me, O spirits of the water. We are come with an entreaty. Not in the talkative mood, apparently. I'm not exactly sure how the gate works. But if the Faith are water spirits, perhaps we should take our search into the lake. Yeah, Alphino does not like the water. Oh, I suppose a brief dip wouldn't hurt. We all know Thancred swims like an eel, but what about you, Minfilia? I can swim well enough. Thancred taught me. Excellent. What about you, Orange? I'm not sure I've ever asked. See another one afraid of the water. Rather than swim, mayhap it would be more expeditious to walk upon the surface by means of magic. You too, Oriange, that you should be a kindred spirit. Worry not, my friend, I know some helpful tricks, and I should be more than happy to share them with you. Together we shall conquer the waves. Well, well, aren't we the lively lot? And you have an entreaty for us, you say? An entreaty from mortals? What a treat. I, my comrades and I, are on a quest to vanquish the Light Warden. To that end we would humbly beg the loan of the Shell Crown, which we are given to understand is in the safekeeping of your people. Oh, is that all? Of course, you may have it. You shall have it. Just like that. What do you want from us? Oh, no need to be so suspicious. The crown simply doesn't mean much to us at all. As a matter of fact, nothing means much to us, for we faith it's over before it's begun, and we couldn't care less what becomes of the Fairy King, nor the world for that matter. Having said that, we do so seldom have mortal visitors, and it would seem a shame not to make the most of you. Touch the untouchable gate and come hither to our domain, Don Meg. In your tongue it means forbidden realm. Sounds forbidding, yes? And so it should, for we are one with the water, our home wrought of ripples and waves and currents. Find your way through, give us a thrilling sport, and we will give you the crown. Okay, dungeon time. So I think I'm going to do this with the trusts, just to skip the queues. Oh, hold on a minute. I have to go through here. Where is it? Trusts, where are they? Here we go. Okay, who should we have? So currently we've got... Yeah, I don't want Alphino and Alizé in the same party. Maybe we'll have... Lena instead.
Leave this to me.
Kind of weird the lineup it gives you because she's not even with us. Or can you actually interact with them? Oh yeah, you can. Here we go. So now we've got all of the people who are actually here. Yeah, I think we'll have Thancred. Yeah, let's go with that. Urianger and Minfidia. I don't even know what drug. What's she, a thief? Oracle of Light doesn't give her a job. She uses daggers, so I don't know. Yeah, we'll go with that. I haven't done this dungeon for a while, so I don't know how this is going to go. I remember this being one of my least favourites, mainly because of the little narrow thing you have to walk across at the end. I always fall off. It is a very pretty dungeon, though. Wait, hopefully I can remember the mechanics. It's like being in a dream, yet the dangers of this dream are very real. Be not distracted by its beauty. Oh, that will help. So far, so good. The trust system in this game is pretty good actually. The only slight kind of downfall is that the trust will only single target everything. They won't AoE like you would if you were in a normal party. It's kind of fun to do things with trust sometimes. Oh my, did you see the flowers? Stay focused, Minfilia. Okay. Yeah, obviously also they can't pull wall to wall. You know, like a proper tank and healer would be able to in these dungeons. So doing the dungeons with the trust does take a bit longer than a typical pickup party, but I guess you are saving the time of waiting in queue, so it probably works out about the same. It's also a good way to learn the dungeons. If you've never done them before, you can kind of learn them without any pressure. Okay, it's not my favourite boss. do love this battle music though. Okay, this is the bit I really do not like. I'm really not very good at this. Why this spot is a best spot to stand in though. Ouch. Okay, here we go again. We just survive this. Oh.
Keep your guard up.
Okay, here we go again. This is just the worst bit. This is the bit where if you're going to die, this is where it'll be. That is, of course, the unfortunate thing about doing these with trusts. If you die, that's it. You have to start from the beginning again. No raise for you. Okay, here we go. Okay. Let's grab this chest. I think we're nearly at the next boss.
I'll show you.
Oop. I wasn't concentrating there.
I'll show you.
Be gone!
Okay. Oh, I've got another chest here. I think it's the next boss here. Yeah. From what I remember, the only thing you have to do is block its, I don't know, there's one move that sends tendrils out or something, or it just connects to something. I think you just need to block that. I can't remember any of the other mechs for this one. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, no, this one. Oh, get out there. Not sure I've got there in time to stop that one properly.
You underestimate me.
Oh, I didn't even notice I was in there. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, this probably has to be the prettiest dungeon in the game. Maybe I can bring these ones. I'm sure I can handle those as well. Hopefully. Come on, Tancred, you can do this.
Keep your guard up.
There we go. Okay, I think we are coming up to the boss. Yeah, this one, not too keen on this one. I always fall off the ledge. Lake Lord. Frog in a suit. Why not? Oh. Really forgot to turn then. Yeah, it's been a long time since I did this dungeon. Oh no, I completely forgot about that move. Okay, so now we are frog.
I'll show you. I'll show you.
Yeah, this bit. Luckily, the NPC's are really good at this. I always fall off. Ah! Yeah, platform games are not my forte. Let's try again. I don't know, you could just really just stand here and do nothing, and the NPCs would just do what is needed for you. No! Unfortunately, if you do this with the pickup group, someone has to get across there, otherwise you fail. Oh, there we go. I don't remember this rest of this fight so much. Oh, I missed that again. Wasn't looking. Oh no. Got hit by both of those that time. That always gets me, that one. I'm so used to the NPCs just using the limit break like way early. Nearly forgot to use it there. I think it's Alize, I think she just uses it all the time, as soon as it's ready. Okay, we managed to get through without any deaths. Nice. Right.
Well fought, well fought!
Jolly good show.
Oh, you do not hold back. But I would have it no other way. Seldom have I enjoyed such sport.
We have satisfied thy demands. Wilt thou now satisfy ours?
Of course. Of course. There it is, the relic you seek. Yours for the taking. Have care you do not break it, though, yes. Ah, but you, my friend, you are mighty indeed, and pleasing to the eye besides.
More! I want to see more of her! Yes! Yes! I can watch her forever!
Oh dear.
Why don't we just make her one of us?
No, thank you.
Us.
What a fine idea! Why ever didn't I think of that? You may have the crown, but in exchange, we will have you!
Wake up! Wake up, damn you!
Oh, it's hard burnt.
Ah, you're alive. Thank the gods. I don't know where you learned to breathe underwater, but it's lucky you can.
It is indeed.
I'm sure you had your reasons. But the first rule of dealing with the Froth is do not deal with the Froth. It's said that they are born from the souls of the drowned. Were it not for your little trick, you'd have joined them. Your friends are safely back on dry land, in case you were wondering. They'll be searching for you, I expect. That's the royal capital of the Kingdom of Verbert down there. It's seen better days. They were a stubborn lot, the Verbertites. Set in their ways. But once you got to know them, you couldn't find a more welcoming people. It always froze over in winter, being up in the mountains. So we'd pull up our chairs round the fire and trade tales over steaming bowls of lamb stew, while the street lamps burned hot and bright outside. All dead and buried now. Them and anyone else who might remember. Everything we did. Everything we gave. What was it for? I wonder. I hope you'll have a better answer than this when all's said and done.
Okay, where to next? Get out of this lake first, I guess. I'm going back in. Nay, my lady, exhausted as thou art, thou wouldst only endanger thyself. I prithee, rest a moment. There was nothing where we looked. Lullaby. I like the way she just waves nonchalantly, as if they haven't all been worried sick. Dear gods, were it not for Soroban's blessing, but I need not labour the point. I am glad to see you safe and well, my friend. Have you any idea how worried we were, to wash up on the shore only to find you weren't with us? Oh, but I'm forgetting. Here's your crown, your majesty. The Fuath kept that part of the bargain, at least. While there were certain twists and turns, our work here is done, with everyone none the worse for wetness. Oh, thank goodness you're still here. Sol Uin, is something amiss? A great big mob of mortals is marching to Ilmeg, mortals with ugly weapons and uglier faces. They wouldn't happen to be your friends, would they? Rather the reverse, I fear. The Umoran army, at a guess. Meaning we can play with them? As much as you like, but just to be sure, I will return with you to confirm their identities. If they are who we suspect, we will require your aid. If Alphino is coming, then Alize will come too, yes? Can't have one without the other, you know. All right, just remember, we're not your playmates this time. I'm afraid we must leave the rest of the relic hunt in your hands. Yeah, don't worry. Indeed you have. Very well then. See you afterwards, my friend. With our enemies fast approaching, time is of the essence. We must needs accomplish our mission with all possible haste. Of the two remaining bearers of the relics, the New Mao are the nearer. We shall seek them out next. Among the Fey folk, they bear this distinction of having abided in these lands since before the flood. They are also the friendliest to men, and have served me faithfully whensoever I have called upon them. Indeed, they are the source of much of the knowledge I have acquired in my time here. The path leadeth past my dwellings. Let us away. I want to be able to fly. I think, hold on, let me just have a look on the mission list. Yeah, I think we've got, oh no, there's still one more ether current. Is it for this area? I think it is. So there's one more that we get from missions, and then the rest are all quested, so won't be too long before I have flying here. Okay. What's next, Urianger? Past yonder cliff lies Pla Eni, home of the new Mao. The others have gone ahead to scout the way. Come, let us follow. If the path striketh thee as precipitous, 'tis because it was once a mountain trail. For where the lake now lieth, there was a valley, in whose midst thrived the city of Vobert. 'Twas only when the Fwath came, in the wake of the flood, that the settlement was drowned. We stand now upon its former outskirts, grazing lands, where shepherds once tended their flocks. Though one cannot help but feel a pang of loss when faced with such a spectacle, one can scarcely blame the Fey folk for so altering the land. The blame for that lieth rightly with the light, a force terrible enough to bring an entire civilization to its knees. Entire world, that it should have been allowed to rise up unchecked is the greater regret. Yet in spite of all the tragedy which surroundeth me, full glad am I for the chance to be here. 'Twas these hands which brought together the warriors of darkness and Minfilia, lest thou forget. Therefore, even were there no 8th umbral calamity to forestall, it seemeth only right that I strive to deliver the first from its doom. Only right, I say, though such words I'll convey the strength of my resolve. Ill convey, even. In truth, I can no more ignore the plight of this world than I can choose to stop breathing, and thus do I labour for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. The coming struggle promiseth to test us to our limits, but so long as we stand together, I doubt not that we shall prevail. Ah, mortals, just as we thought. More pixies. Hast thou business with us? Business? Nothing so boring. We smelled you coming, and thought we'd come to play. They do not appear to be pixies of Leader Ran. Mine apologies, but we are in some haste. Mayhap another day? Oh, in some haste are you? Then allow me to hasten you on your way. Oh dear. Teleportation magic. For a mercy, we are not sent far from our course. Should the pixies find us again, however, they will most assuredly repeat the trick. We have not the time to waste. Let us avail ourselves of an enchantment I have learned. Fey Cloak 'tis called, a most ingenious magic which rendereth one invisible to Fey folk, albeit briefly. I shall cast the enchantment upon thee. Under its aegis thou art to make thy way past the pixies and rejoin our comrades. Know, however, that the enchantments shall suffice to veil thee and thee alone. Be not tempted to employ a mount, as it will only serve to give thy presence away. Oh, so I guess we have to walk. Which way? Head in the direction. Head to the destination. Oh, yeah, I can't see on the map which is the right one. There's like 4 red markers. Okay, it's this way. There we go. So I should be able to mount up now. I assumed you were right behind us. What took you so long? Yeah, I had to walk. I see, yes, I'd say that's a valid excuse for lateness. You are hereby forgiven. Oh, thank you, Thancred. The other good news, the new Mao village lies just through here. We'll enter as soon as Urianger deigns to join us. Oh, yes, I remember her. Ah, mortals. Mortals are here. Lots of them. I thought you said the new Mao were Ben's best friends. The poor thing was beside itself with fear. Was beside itself, perhaps, but not with fear. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable, I tell you. To have so many mortals appear at once. It's more excitement than we can bear. Greetings, Elder Wood-Enk. Tierney, it hath been a while. I have no idea how you meant to pronounce these things. Pray forgive my brevity, but time is against us. We are come to borrow the stone sceptre of the new Mao. Stone sceptre? Then you mean to lift the seal over Lee Greer? That is unacceptable, unacceptable, I tell you. If the king is set free, none here will be safe. Unlike our fey cousins, we new Mao have called this land our home since time immemorial. Leaving is unthinkable. Thus did full many of us lay down our lives to seal away our king when they were corrupted by light. If we do as you ask, our sacrifice would have been in vain. Yeah, don't worry, we're gonna kill the king. But then you'll only become another Light Warden. It changes nothing. Well, actually, honoured Elder, pray believe me when I say that this woman is possessed not only of the strength required to vanquish the king, but of something still more valuable, a means to resist the resultant corruption. Indeed, she hath already laid low the Light Warden of Lakeland, all without succumbing to the influence of its light. She is yet a stranger to this land, 'tis true, but she harboureth the self-same desire to see the Sin-Eaters eliminated as we do. Wilt thou not lend us thy hand, that we might see thy beloved home restored to its former glory? You have always done right by us, Oranger. If you have placed your faith in this woman, then so shall we. As you say, we want nothing more than to be rid of the Sin Eaters. But that as it may, this is not a decision to be made lightly. We require time to deliberate. A turn of the moon, perhaps. What, a whole month? We don't have a turn of the moon, unless we want to deliberate this with the Ulmoran army. Elder, given all that is at stake, I cannot well expect thee to simply roll over and acquiesce to our request. But even now a powerful foe draweth near, and I fear I must beseech thee to hasten thy deliberations, that thou mightst fetch us the sceptre while there is yet time to use it. Roll over? Fetch? You know full well that naught gives us greater pleasure than to render aid to men. You know full well, yet you speak the words of power regardless. It's unfair, I tell you. Words of power? Oh, in happier times it was our honour to assist mortals in need and receive rewards befitting our deeds. Since the kingdom of Vobert fell, however, we've been starved of man's patronage. After so many years of deprivation, it is difficult to ignore such an earnest entreaty. Very well, Urianger. I promise to give you as swift an answer as I may. In return, I ask that you and yours remain here the while, and bestow upon us your patronage. Is this arrangement agreeable? Right, what's next? You will offer your patronage to our people too, yes? Let's see, perhaps you can begin with Marnos. They are one of our foremost artisans, once held in the highest esteem by the Knights of Vobert. With the Knights gone, however, Marnos has no opportunity to put their skills to use. They would be overjoyed for your patronage. 1,182, 1,183, 1,184. Wait, did I already count that leaf? What? Counting leaves. Must be very bored. Ah! Who? What? Where? Wait, you're immortal. Huzzah! Huzzah! Well met. Yes, very well met indeed. Have you old and tired arms and armour that are threatening to fall apart at critical junctures in battle? If you answered yes, you've come to the right Mao. I will restore your equipment to pristine condition for a payment of a pair of moss fungus legs. Moss fungi roam just outside the cave. Please, 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 give their legs and your patronage to me. Okay, so we've got another fetch quest. Where am I going? How many of these do I need? 2. There you go. Legs collected. Oh, you are returned, and with the moss fungus legs, I hope. They are the tools of my trade, lest you wonder, used to polish metal and leather alike to a lustrous sheen. Now that I have work again, I must replenish my stores. Yeah, I can have both of them. I didn't know we could collect 3. Huzzah, 2 moss fungus legs as befits the work. Ah, to have neither more nor less expected of us than what we can provide. There is no greater joy. You see, for there to be honour in a task, we must receive precisely what it is worth. Too little means you belittle our ability, too much means you question our integrity. You've given me a fitting payment, so my services are at your disposal. I shall begin by inspecting your equipment. I see. Though I must ask for a small fee for the materials, I am pleased to say that all your arms and armour may be restored. If you mean to change them in the near future, however, there is no need to hurry. My first repair is complimentary. Right, so was that automatically repaired, or do I have to actually speak? Oh, speak to her again. She told me the first one was free. Why is she? Why did I have to pay? Yeah. So who do I need to speak to now? Oh, again, this one over here. As to have so many men visit us at once, this is a joyous day indeed. If it please you, please give me your patronage. As my patron, I ask that you remove the noxious mushrooms that grow in our cave. I'm a purveyor of wares that will give you aid in your travels. Okay, yeah, here's one over here. Lame spores. Where are they? According to the map, they are somewhere. I should be standing right on top of them. Don't see them. Oh, up here. How do I get up there? Oh, maybe here. Okay, just one more to do. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Went straight past it. Oh my goodness, my stomach is rumbling. I think it must be time for breakfast. You've already removed the flame spores? How very quick you are. Did I search the western entrance? Oh, are you giving me more to do, are you? Okay. What's over here? Oh, Winfilia. I wasn't spying on you or anything. I just finished my task and I should go and report back. That looked very much like spying. Ah, you are returned. Have you dealt with the flame spores by the western entrance as well? Excellent. No more poisonous spores irritating our noses. For a little while at least. Oh dear, I believe I'm getting sentimental. Having a patron again, it reminds me of the old days. Fair every day I would carry my wares to the castle to offer an exchange for men's patronage. Back then the castle wasn't called Gaia. The Vobatites built it and they named it Gruner's Licht. It was their last bastion in the struggle against the Sin Eaters, and now they're gone, all of them, nobles and knights and common folk alike. But enough reminiscing. I must give you what you've earned. And if you desire anything else I possess, I would be glad to offer them to you, for a fitting price, of course. Now, will you be offering your patronage to anyone else? If so, you consider Wid Lad. Actually, these words look like maybe similar to the Welsh language, so perhaps the pronunciation is completely different. They've been under the weather of late, and the chance to perform an honourable task would cheer them up. I really don't know that much about Welsh pronunciation, unfortunately, though. So what does this guy sell? Oh, okay, so it's just a normal vendor. Right, where next? What? You would be my patron? But I can't do anything for you. The lawless ones took my invisible ink, and without it I can't make my arcane wares. Who are the lawless ones? They're new Mao like us, except they've turned their backs on our values. Curs without honour they are. They refuse to work, instead spending all their time cavorting and making a nuisance of themselves. It was when I was outside for a walk that they set upon me and robbed me of my possessions, the ink included. I was too weak to resist them, but you, mortal, you look quite strong. Do you think you could take my ink back from those villains? If you do this, I will consider it to your patronage, and by the way of my service, I will make you something very special. Hey Salty, how are you doing? Excuse me, Lullaby, but I couldn't help overhearing. If you mean to undertake this task, will you let me accompany you? I would learn from you and help in what little way I can. How are you doing this morning, Salty? Yep, you can come along. Thank you so much. The lawless ones make their lair to the south, inside a cave called Father-Collared Chambers. They took many vials of ink, and I would be grateful if you could bring as many back as possible. Right. Which way are we going? Okay, from the map I can't really tell which way I need to go. Yeah, I think this is the right way. I'm good, thank you. Albeit rather hungry. I think it's breakfast time, so I'll probably be finishing up very soon. Right, where are these things that I need to dispatch of? Oh, I guess we need to go in here. Oh, proxies. Father-Collar's chambers is through here. I peered inside, and sure enough, it was milling with new Mal. They looked none too friendly. If Thancred was here, he'd tell me to go about it quietly and quickly. Let's split up. Don't know why I'm following orders from a little girl. I'll find all the ink I can, and then come back outside. See you shortly, Lullaby. Oh yeah, I don't really want to have to fight everything. Let me just get my chocobo out. So I need to defeat 3 of these if I get a jar of ink from each one, I guess. Okay, I didn't get any ink from that one. Oh, everything here aggroes. Okay, I'm not seeming to... Maybe I'm not supposed to kill them, maybe I'm just supposed to find... Maybe the ink is just somewhere. Oh look, it's on the map. Right, where... I don't see it. Maybe it's... I don't know, do I have to kill them or not? I have no idea. I don't see... I see the marks on the map, but I don't see anything here to pick up or any... I don't know. It doesn't say to kill them, it just says obtain vials of ink. They don't seem to be dropping anything. Let's look up here. Oh, and fell off. Here we go, look. Right, where's the next one? Maybe I can see. Oh, there's one down there, I can see. Okay, so the last one is higher up somewhere. Over there, I think. And I need to... I need to get up there somehow. Don't know how to get up there. Let's have a look around here. Oh, here we go. Okay. I guess we have to take this one out. Right, let's get out of here. Oh, I think I was not supposed to drop down there.
Oh, thank goodness. There you are. Those Numo were rather frightening. I'm glad you're safe.
I'm glad you're safe too.
I haven't seen much actual combat, so I was a little nervous, but I'm happy I could help. The Minfilius before me battled Sin Eaters as part of the Yulmoran army. But that had all changed by the time I was found. They held me captive, so that I wouldn't follow in the others' footsteps. I'd still be in my cell now had Thancred not spirited me away. When he found me, I knew nothing of the world. I didn't know how to live, let alone fight. Thancred once told me that if the efforts to summon you failed, it would fall to me to face the Light Wardens. I realized then that it was the only reason he kept me close. As a contingency. The truth is, he can't stand to be around me. Because I'm not her. I'm not his Nymphilia. Once, we journeyed to Nabatha together. To the place where the Oracle appeared and stayed the flood. As we drew near, I felt as though I was fading away. I shut my eyes and covered my ears, and then... I'm not sure what happened after that. I have a vague feeling that I said something to him. Only it wasn't me at all. It was her. Afterwards, Thancred didn't say a word. Only kept to himself and brooded. There's nothing I can do for him. Nothing I can offer but my presence, though it only reminds him of his loss. She should be the one to live on. That's why I tried to find you, because I knew that was what she wanted. But now that you're here, I'm not entirely sure what it was she intended me to do. Was I meant to tell you something, or bring you to someone, or somewhere? I can feel the answer at the edge of my mind, just out of reach. What is that?
Uh-oh.
Why? Why did you imprison us? Such boredom, such tedium have we suffered. It is unfair. Unfair. Come and play with us.
It came from the castle. This is everything I have. Please see it delivered to the Numo. I will bear word to Thancred and the others.
way. So where are we? The lawless ones. Let me just check where that is. The lawless ones. Okay, so we've got a few more quests before we get to the Dancing Plague, which is the Titania fight. So we won't be doing that today. Mercy, your majesty, we had no choice, please forgive us. Oh, it's you. My ink! You were able to retrieve it? I was. Oh yes, this is the ink, and almost all of it too. When our king spoke to me, my day went from bad to worse, but thanks to you, it's simply bad again. What? You had the vision too? Oh, woe is us. Ordinarily, when a living being turns into a Sin Eater, it loses everything about its mind that defined it. However, the king has retained some of their instincts. This manifests in the desire to play and be free. So strong is that desire, it often leaks through the seal to invade our consciousness. For a long time we've ignored it, but we can't do so forever. But forgive me, I was going to thank you for reuniting me with my ink. You did exactly as I asked, so I will give you the service I promised. Nothing up my sleeve, and voila! May it serve you well. What is that? Aetherite ticket. Okay, thank you very much. Right, let's just pick up the next quest. Oh, there's nothing like honourable work. Thanks again for giving me the opportunity. Oh, I should mention that the Elder returned a moment ago. If you seek them out, I dare say they have tidings for you. Alright, I think we're going to finish up here. Let's have a look and see if anyone else is online. There isn't actually anybody that I follow at all online right now. I guess it's a bit early for most people. Let's see. If there's anybody else maybe we can raid. Thing is, there's so many people streaming 14 that it's kind of difficult to know who to raid. Well, I think I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it there. So I might possibly be back later. I'm not 100% sure. I might have something to do this evening. So anyway, thanks everyone for stopping by, and I'll see you all soon. So if I'm not on tonight, I will be back tomorrow with some more 14, hopefully in the morning, and then what day is it tomorrow? Thursday, and then some more Final Fantasy III in the evening. That should be tomorrow. Okay, take care everyone. Bye now.